differentiating between the packages, showing them all what all we offer here. Just getting the customer used to coming in here, because this place has been closed about a year and a half. And most people that come in here aren't going to know what they're doing or where they're going. It's going to be mass chaos the first couple of weeks. But Joe's going to handle the sales area, so I don't have to worry about training anybody there. Next area will be the vacuum. We're going to go outside in just a few minutes and we'll show you all how to do everything in the car wash. I'm just going to run over the different areas. Prep area, that's the key area here. You know, you can say you got $100, $300 set of wheels back there. We've got acid back there. You know, you spray them down, you can ruin a $2,000 set of wheels. So really that and keeping the flow of the cars back there is the most important, one of the most important areas here, which I'm probably going to put one of you back there, probably you, but we're going to wait and see how everybody does. We're going to need 2 back there on Fridays and Saturdays, but I'll go through that and I'll train all y'all, and y'all hopefully will get familiar with everything in the first couple of weeks. Clocking in, clocking out, you're going to have an employee number. Joe's going to handle that from outside. You just see Joe when you come here, clock in and clock out for breaks, anything like that. I'll give each y'all a haircut, you know, jewelry and belt buckles. Do either of y'all wear belts? Okay, when you wear, if you got a belt like this, like it's got a little belt buckle on it, when you'll see me when I'm out front, I'll turn it to the side a little bit, because when you're wiping down a car or you're on top of the car, you can scratch a car with your belt buckle. So if you wear a belt and you're out front or you're messing with the car, you need to turn it to the side. We'll stress that and go over that after we're out front. Also, jewelry, no rings. You can wear a chain, nothing wrong with that. No rings, no earrings. We've had a couple of times employees scratching windshields while they're cleaning the inside of a windshield with a ring. Have to replace the whole windshield, so we're not going to deal with that. Uniforms need to be clean, always need to be tucked in, need to have on tennis shoes or boots, no sandals, Birkenstocks, anything like that. Hats, you can wear a hat, it has to be forward, not turn around backwards. And watching the language. You know, there's customers going to be all over the lot all the time. You know, you can be kidding around with your buddy, however, whatever you're going to do, just make sure you're not on the lot and it's not in front of the customer. If they start hearing things like that, they may get a bad impression of this place. They already got a bad impression because it was a real dump before Joe and his dad opened this place. It's got a real bad reputation. We're about to change that. It's going to take a while. But as far as drugs and alcohol, if it's found on the lot, in your car, if you have any in your system that we can tell of while you're on the lot, then it's automatic termination. Like I said, you can just read down the rules of the cars right here. This is basically what we're going to follow. A broad. I've had a problem with this in the past with a couple of employees. If you know that you're sick, or you know if there's a death in the family, we're going to leave you, all the employees, Joe's phone number, my phone number, just the night before if someone dies in the family, or if you're sick, call us the night before so we can schedule someone that night so we won't be short the next day. That'll put me and him in a bind if someone doesn't show up the next day and they call 15 minutes before they're supposed to be here. If you don't know till that morning, you wake up, you're sick or whatever, try to call us before you're supposed to be here, at least by the time you're supposed to be here, so we can try to schedule someone else. As far as being late, we're going to write the first 2 up 15 minutes after you're supposed to be here. On the 3rd time, it's an automatic termination. If you don't call or don't show up for anything, automatic termination. As far as everything else in this list, is pretty self-explanatory. Basically, this is Joe and his dad's business. They've got me here to run it, and it's got a real bad reputation, and it's going to be hard to turn that around here in the first couple of weeks, but we're going to try to get a bunch of good people in here and train them and get it going. We'll walk outside in the back lanes and go over before you start vacuuming on it. Hopefully, so they'll get a pretty vacuum, but that's the only thing we won't vacuum is next to your car wash. Every package, we got packages, you know, 1 through 4, and then you can add tricolor and stuff like that to them, which is a wax. As far as the vacuuming, when you're vacuuming the car, you need to check the console after you're vacuuming the seat in front. You know, check the in between the seats with the vacuum, the console where the gear shifter is, the ashtray. When you go to vacuum the ashtray, and they say there's cigarettes all in the ashtray, there's going to be a nozzle on your hose. Take the nozzle off the hose, stick the hose in the ashtray so it doesn't get clogged up. Basically, that's the main areas. We're going to have air out here also. That's the first thing we're going to do when you pull it up before you even vacuum it. It's going to be just like an air hose with a little handle on it. Spray the air hose in between the seats and underneath the seats to get stuff that you can't reach with the vacuum. And then you'll begin to vacuum after that. The last thing you should do is the bug spray. After you finish vacuuming everything, you know, like I said, if there's bugs on the mirrors, windshield, anything like that, that should be sprayed. It's really hard to tell you without showing you, but I'm just going to check that. But if he misses it, you know, make sure that you check to see the radio's off. Make sure you have the door shut and all your hands, body parts, everything in the car. The reason for that, you know, you can. Some people pull cars around with their feet hanging out and stuff like that sometimes, you know, and you can really get hurt, or the automatic door locks get locked up. Let's go back to the road. All the way around in here. So if you're driving, your driver's side will be along that yellow line all the way into the guide you right into the track. When you're pulling the car onto the track, you'll pull it onto the track and then you want to ease the steering wheel to the right. You want the left side of your car to hit the right side of the rail. Pulling in. You don't want it against the left side. So you can actually pull it on and then that kind of eases the steering wheel to the right. You'll hear it start squeaking and just leave it right there. Your back tire will be past the roller razor right here. You'll feel it come over the bump, and that's where you want to begin to put your car in neutral. When you apply the car into neutral, keep your foot on the brake, you know, make sure it's in neutral, tap the gas just a little bit, make sure it's in neutral. Some cars, you got problems with them knowing if they're in neutral or not, so just tap the gas a little bit to make sure they're in neutral. Next thing you need to do after you put the car in neutral and you check to make sure that it is in neutral is check the windows again for being up and check the radio to make sure that it's off. After they should have checked at the back lanes, but you never know. If you're prepping back here, you want to save your 30 to 100 bucks if you're prepping, so you want to recheck everybody else. Make sure all the windows, the sunroof's back, you know, is up, and all the antennas are okay. The easiest way to look at an antenna, if you can screw an antenna on and off, it's fine. You know, we're not going to be responsible for that. If an antenna can move up and down as electric, then it needs to be all the way down or it'll break it off. The next thing, this is the biggest thing a prepper has to worry about. When you cut the car off, after you check for the windows, the sunroof, and you check to make sure the car's in neutral, you need to cut the car off. When you cut the car off, all the doors need to be shut. You don't need to have the door cracked open, your foot hanging out the door, anything. All the doors need to be shut when you cut the car off. If a car has automatic door locks, the doors will lock when you cut the car off. Now you can't cut the car all the way off because it's in gear, it's in neutral. It'll only come back to accessory mode. But as soon as it hits that, it'll automatically trip those locks if it does have it in the factory. So you'll have to hit the unlock button to get out of the car, and you won't lock the car up. As soon as, you know, when you hit the unlock button to get out of the car, you know that it's unlocked and the car's already off, so you shut the door and you're unlocked. Like I said, we're going to take whoever's prepping, we're going to go over with them, you know, it's at least a week or two of training before anybody's going to feel comfortable doing anything out here, but the main thing we're going to have to stress is antennas and lockups, because that happens often in car washes, and it's so easy to, you know, to keep them happy. Just as long as you turn the car off before you open the door, you're going to save that problem right there. Here's the conveyor running. That's the conveyor. There's a wraparound up there that's running, and the power bus will constantly run with this conveyor. If it is off, if you don't hear that, you know, it'll sound that buzz that you heard or it's inside, the sound of the conveyor that's coming on. So say you got somebody standing back there at the curb or something, that just tells them to get away from it. On your ticket, you'll have a number. That number that I show you on the bottom of that ticket, you'll enter the ticket number in, and it'll say, and you hit enter. Enter the ticket number in, hit enter. It's on the bottom of that ticket. It'll say loaded right here. Okay? We're going to have two hoses, an acid hose and a degreaser hose. The acid's going to be black, degreaser is going to be white. It's going to be two little squirts on the end of it. You'll spray, there's certain types of wheels you can spray acid on, spray degreaser on everything. Like my wheels are like these, they're aluminum. You can't spray acid on them, spot them up, burn them, you know, mess them up. Any aftermarket wheels, I wouldn't spray. If you have any questions about it ever, don't spray it on there, you know. It'd be worth coming to get me or him, or just send it through and we'll take care of it up front if it's an aluminum wheel. Any spoke wheel, like a hubcap that goes from Cadillac, anything like that, spray acid all in it. Like whoever's Camaro, Toyota, both those you can spray acid on. You want to spray the acid on the wheel first. clean the wheel real good with the acid, which will be the black hose. You'll come back with the degreaser and spray it. You're going to start on the passenger side if you're out here by yourself. Start on the passenger side, you're going to do the wheels with acid. You're going to come back with degreaser, spray the tires, let the degreaser sit on there. Now you can come back and spray the acid off with the high pressure. After you do that, come in with degreaser, spraying it on the tires and letting it sit. So moving in this side, doing the same thing. After you get the acid on the wheels, and you've already high pressured it off, you're going to hit the roll button. That's going to begin to send the car. You're going to spray both tires down with degreaser. Another main thing, on Fridays and Saturdays we're going to have 2 people back here because it's just too hard to do with one person. But the passenger side person is going to do the back of the car, from brush the back of the car, back window, and the back of the car. The driver's side is going to do the front of the car, the front bumper, and the front windshield is all we're going to brush. The driver's side will be responsible for getting the bugs off, stuff like that. You'll know if you're back here prepping, you're not coming out clean from people up front, or it'll be ready to do. You know, especially if I'm up there and they're coming out dirty. You know, it's making everybody's job up there harder. So you want to make sure it's clean back here before you send it through. The main problem is bugs and wheels. The wash is going to take care of everything else. I'll show y'all when we get a car back here what I'm talking about. It's going to automatically come on. I mean, it's automatically going to be engaged. If you press the trigger for it to come on, when you place it back in here, it's going to automatically cut the pump off inside. So make sure that you always place it back into the holder and never on the ground or anything like that. Car through it. You notice you didn't catch the window being up or being down, or you didn't catch an antenna, and the car's moving. All you gotta do is hit the conveyor button right there, and it'll stop everything. And you come get me, or come get him, we'll take care of it if we can't get it down. If there's an antenna that we can't get down, and the radio won't go off, and we can't actually push it down, then we're gonna get the customer and ask them if they'd like us running through before we do. We know it's gonna break. If there's ever a question about anything like that, and you've already sent the car through, you can just hit the conveyor button, it'll stop everything, find one of us. Or you can even get on the phone right there and intercom it. Either way. Okay, let's walk through here. Never any slack in it. And if you're like a piece of clothing, or your foot got caught in it, or the roller's coming up and you're watching what you're doing, it's going to tear it up. I mean, you can't stop it unless you get too much. It's going to keep, doing what it's going to do. After you type the ticket number in, the car's rolling, these eyes right here. One right here, and there's one right there. They're sensing the car. It's actually showing how long the car is for all the chemicals are coming up. So when you're through here, you never want to, like, we don't ever need any fluids walking back and forth through here because we'll set these eyes off and trip some chemicals or something. Always want to be behind the eyes. We'll walk through here, I'll show you all the equipment. I'll show you all the equipment. This is that sensor right there activated. You got soap. This first set of arches is going to wet down the car with water. The second set's actually soap. Right here, we'll have soap spraying out of here, help add a little more soap to the car. We've got a second set of tire cleaning with different type of chemical in for white walls and a second set of tire brushes, so you never have to clean your white walls. We've got a second set of metal cartridges to move in a different way on the side of the car. The tri-color right here is a conditioner slash wax. It's an option for people who run a manager special, which is basically a number 2 package of tri-color. That will get this right here. You can add it to any package. It just actually helps keep, the wax that's on your car. Every time you're washing your car, it's taking wax off. Keeps it shiny, keeps it smooth. Maybe flying through some of this stuff for you. But y'all got any questions? Just let me know. These things right here actually clean the wheels. It's high pressure water. It's going to be moving forward when the car is coming towards you, and then it'll actually switch and move backwards to get the back of the car when it's moving out. Set of curtains right here is another set of curtains moving a different way than those down there. These right here are your rocker panel brushes. Clean the bottom of your car, down the sides of the doors, all your rocker panels. These big curtains right here are window washers, sides of vans, and everything with these top ones for big tall vehicles and bottom ones at the sides of the car. Final rinse is just water, getting the tri-color soap off. You got a drying agent. After that, it helps the water beat up. Someone hits the dryer, it actually is able to dry easier for people that don't take care of the car, don't have wax on them. It's going to be hard for it to beat up. I've got a clear coat protectant that comes with the tri-color, which actually is sealing up the tri-color to bond to the car is what it's doing. This is the blower. We got 220 horsepower motors on each side. If you're up front, the biggest thing up front is every time you hear the blower kick on, to look towards the door. So there's a car sitting there. We've got sensors right here. So I automatically shut it down. There are 2 cars get behind each other so they don't hit. But if there's ever a car sitting right there, you hear the blower going, so I'm not going to pull the car. It should be second nature. Every time you hear the blower, look towards the front of the tunnel, pull the car out. There should never be a car sitting out front like this. It should always be pulled up, even if no one's working on it. That just saves a car from hitting one another. We're giving the guy, like I said, the sensors, but never can trust anything. So automatically, every time you hear the blower, look towards the tunnel. There's a push down. Like even on this Camaro, you can still push the mirrors in a little bit. Any mirror that you can move in a little bit, move them in. Yeah, we're going to do that on every car. For interior dressing, we're only doing interior dressing on package 3 and package 4. The difference between them, we're going to give y'all a menu to take on with you and familiarize yourself with the packages. But the package 3 will only dress dash and door panels. You'll use this leather oil right here on dash and door panels, always. Squirt a little bit on the pad. After you've already dusted the dash, we'll go over the procedure up front. I'm just going to try to go over the chemicals real quick for you right now. But just squirt a little bit on the pad after you've dusted the dash. You'll wipe down the dash with this leather oil, and you'll do the door panels also. If it's a number 4, we're doing seats, dash, and door panels. You'll use this cream on the seats. A lot of people don't like the oil on their seats because it's slippery, it's shiny, so we got this cream for seats. If any customer ever comes up to you, and you're up front and they say, I don't like that shiny stuff on my dash, put the cream on their dash. You don't necessarily have to use one or the other, but we're going to use oil on the dash and door panels unless otherwise the customer says they want something else. Red towels for the body, drying off the outside, windows, door panels. We're going to have one guy doing that. There's going to be 2 people to every car. We've got one guy drying off the outside, doing wheels and tires, and rain vision if needed on number 4. We're going to have one person doing windows and dressing interior. Windows are always done with a blue towel. Pink stuff's window cleaner, everything's labeled. All your air fresheners are right here. We're going to leave the air fresheners on one side, window cleaner on the other side, so you can still tell the difference by the writings. The only thing that can get mixed up is the cherry air freshener and the window cleaner. But if you always leave it hanging like this, you'll never have that problem. Tire dressing, we're going to use square pads on tires. That's the tire dressing down there. It's a petroleum based. Just squirt it on the pad. If you have a white wall, happen to have a white wall that comes out dirty, that'll actually clean the white wall if you scrub on the car. We're going to use that. Just squirt a little bit on the pad, wipe over the tire. It doesn't take much. You'll know which tires rust better than others. Like I said, as the blower is activated up front, you need to automatically turn when you're working on whatever you're doing out front. Automatically turn to the front of the tunnel when the blower kicks on. Check to see if a car is there. If a car is not there, then just take your time getting up there, pull the car that's coming out up front. We're going to stack each car, pulling the far to that curve out there, towards the yellow curve. We'll stack the first one right there, and then bring each one next to it. We're going to do it like that, Joe, or right behind it. Now, the blower come on, you've got in the car, and you're pulling the car up right there. Let's put the emergency brake on. Don't put it in park before you put the emergency brake on. It's like a slight incline right here. I don't know if y'all noticed, sometimes if you don't put the emergency brake on, you put it in the gear, it pops real bad. On some cars, some people don't like that. So we're going to automatically put the emergency brake on before you put it in gear up front, okay? That's the first thing you need to do. Then put it in gear with the door closed and everything. You don't have any doors open, feet hanging out, anything like that. To prevent door lockups again, you cut the car off, open the driver's side door, leave the driver's side door open. Walk around, open the passenger side door. We're going to see how it works out here the first little bit. We're going to try to leave the driver's side door open, but since it's on a hill, it might automatically close, when the wind blows or something. So we're going to leave the driver's side door open. Always have the driver's side door open the whole time you're doing the car. Never shut it. That just eliminates if you're wiping out the doors or you're dressing the interior and you accidentally hit the unlock button, all the doors are shut. You block the car up again. So we're going to always leave the passenger side door open. The exterior of the car should be done in red towels at all times. There's actually 8 sides of this towel right here. You'll wipe down the car starting with the top, the roof, go make your way forward. You always want to flip your towel over for a window. Flip it inside out if you've already used it. There's 8 different sides to it. Never use like a side that you clean the body off with on the window, just to keep it clean. You want to do the door jambs last if you're on the outside, because that's the dirtiest. Dry your whole car, your bumper, make your way around the car and come back to the door jambs. I'll show you what I mean by that if y'all don't know when we get up front and we got a car running through. The blue towel should be done on the inside of the windows. You'll spray all your windows. You'll start with the back window. It's going to end up last on the front windshield. Spray all your windows from one side. Use a blue towel and you'll square the window in. It's just going around the edge of the windshield or edge of the window, making sure, and then you're filling it in, making sure you're getting the whole window. You'll go around the edge, fill it in, then flip your blue towel over and wipe over it again to get the haze off of it. You'll do that all the way around, doing your windshield last. The reason you do your windshield last is so when you finish your windshield, you can go down and begin dusting your dash and console, steering column, and you don't have to come back and do the windows over again. You've already finished all your windows and you're doing the dirtiest part last. Basically what that's for. We'll have buckets out here to put blue towels in. We'll have buckets out here to put red towels in. Always keep them separate. Always keep the tire dressing on the bottom of the car, and always keep the window cleaner on the top, just so they never mix together. You don't have a problem with streaking up windows or anything like that. The reason we're putting tire dressing on with a pad, not a sprayer, is for the overspray over the car. If we're using a petroleum-based tire dressing, if it gets on the car, we'd have to rerun the car. It's not like a water base where you can just wipe it off and then come right off and just rinse the whole car up. After the front windshield is done, you dust the dash, console, you're checking the ashtray. You want to spray the ashtray out with window cleaner if it has been used. Hit it with your window cleaner while you're spraying the windows, and come back and wipe it out last after you've done your front windshield. Package 3 requires dressing on the dash door panels with a round pad and leather oil unless otherwise specified, like I was saying earlier. This leather oil right here is on number 3. Number 4, we use that on the seats, this on the dash and door panels. Every employee that, like say both of you are working on a car out here and you're finished with the car, you'll need to get the front end supervisor, which more than likely is I'm going to be up here most of the time. There's another guy that we've got coming out here that's been in the business a while also. But you need to get one of us to check the car off, just to make sure that everything looks good on it, especially the first couple of weeks when you're just learning. I'm more than likely to be working with all y'all on every car anyway. But if I'm not on the car with y'all, you need to find me or the front end supervisor to check the car off before you get the customer. We'll check the car off, you'll get the customer. We're going to have an intercom out here so you can call the color, the make of the car out, and the customer will come out and get their car. After you call the car out, you want to open the driver's side door and shut the passenger side door. And you want to just sit there and wait on the customer to get there. Make sure you check their ticket, make sure they paid. They'll have a receipt. It's totally different from the ticket that y'all saw back there. Attached to the receipt with a classic car wash on it, the address, phone number, everything. So you'll know the difference between a receipt and their actual ticket. If there's ever a problem with someone paying or something like that, and you're like, man, we need you to go inside and take care of your ticket. And most likely, they'll just act like they forgot to do it, but if there's ever a problem with it, you just get a front-end supervisor or Joe or someone you can get to the quickest. If one person gets out of here, they're going to tell their friend they got out of here, and they're going to try to all come here too. It's become a problem at some places that I've worked at in the past, but the main thing is just checking the ticket to make sure that they're not getting out of here without paying. Like I said, the last thing you need to do is open the driver's side door, shut the passenger side door. Then you're waiting on the customer to come to the car, asking if everything looks all right, if there's anything else you can do. The last thing that you will ask them is what type of air freshener they would like. We're going to do that up front. We've done it in the back, or I've done it in the back for the past 5 years, but I think up front's a little easier. We've got all 5 of them right here. You ask them what type of air freshener. Air freshener comes with package 1, 2, 3, and 4. No full service, no exterior. It's extra charge on that. But you ask them what type of air freshener and just squirt 2 squirts of mist on the driver's side front. That's all it takes. Don't spray it all over the carpet or all over the seats or anything. Just 2 squirts on the driver's side floorboard. Anything else you can do for them? You're holding the door for them, shutting the door for them. They're going to tip you, and you're going to make all kind of money up here. I've made $150 a day up front at times, just depending on how hard I want to work. It's all in how you talk to the customer and how you treat them. And that's where your big guy up front comes in. You got to be able to talk to the customer real good, or you're not going to make any money up front. Throughout the day, say there's no cars up here, or say you see a lot of towels actually building up in the bins. We're going to show y'all how to wash towels. There's Unimax in there. There's one side for washing, one side for rinsing, and then the middle is for drying. All the towels are going to be damp. We want them damp. That's how you keep them scratching the car. They're not actually soaking wet. Y'all can feel these towels right here. They're just a little bit damp, just to keep from scratching the cars. All that's for. on over the employee handbook. We're going to have search forms we're going to need y'all to fill out. We're going to get everybody to fill these out. There's actually going to be cameras all over the lot at every point of where the car is. There's going to be one in the vacuum lane, one as the car's pulling around, one in the tunnel, one up front, and one up here, and one in the lobby, and one in the chemical room. If at any time we're in a problem with people stealing or some customers losing anything, we're going to check the tape, and we're going to go to the customer, search their car, search whatever. This keeps us, legal, basically. After we get these search forms filled out, we shouldn't have a problem with that, with all the cameras on the lot. And I don't think I'll have that problem out of y'all anyway. There was a lot of problems with that with people in the past working here, so we're going to try to do away with that. Joe over here in the sales station, he'll clock you in, clock you out. We're going to give you 30 minutes for lunch. Unless otherwise, say it's a Monday or Tuesday. We're always, Tuesday's the slowest day of the car wash business. We might give you an hour. If you want to take an hour, we'll give you an hour break. But unless we tell you to take an hour, it's 30 minutes. We'll give you some, 15-minute breaks throughout the day whenever, we slow down or whenever you need one. If you smoke, you have to smoke in the employee break room or around back. Never smoke up front in front of the customer or up front of the tunnel right here where someone can see. We're going to start off that way. If I have a problem with smoking, then we're just going to cut it out totally. But I don't think I have a problem with that if you just stay in the break room. Scheduling, I went over that a little bit with y'all. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I know y'all need off. Like I said, if you're sick or there's a death in the family, call me the night before. Or at least call me by an hour before you're supposed to be here. You should be going in there is to get a Coke. We got water fountains up here, and there's bathrooms in the break room. So that's the only reason you should be in there. Body anything after you sign this form. We have the right to do anything we want to, as far as searching. Which we probably won't have to do that because we've got cameras all over the whole lot, so we're not going to have that problem. Employee parking, you can park behind. Right here, there's a parking lot in the shopping center right here. You can get to it right up here. Soon, there's going to be a driveway all the way up right here. Next to this is going to be an oil change center, but for right now, you have to go to this light right here, take a right, and in this parking lot. Just park right behind the building and walk right down the hill. That just saves, lets us park customers' cars out here. So I'm not going to be able to vacuum because our hose is not here, but basically everything up front and prepping is going to have to be learned by doing it. I can't sit here and tell y'all how to do it. You're going to have to watch me do it, and before you learn it, you have to do it for a couple of days. You can't take it out like the new. Now you get the ticket number, enter the ticket number. Now you just look at the window. It actually on this door. 93264. I'm gonna stop and get him to pull his around so I'm doing both up front at the same time.
Okay.
The reason we're starting on top is keep to start making your way around, drying everything. You want to flip your towel on your windows, use the same side for your paint. Okay? Then you want to come back to your door jambs last. Okay? You can start on the passenger side, spray all the windows. Right. Okay. And then this one first. Right. You spray it from that side. Spray all your windows from that side. And begin to spray. You know, you might have to pop the hatch to the back, but you can still spray it from that side. You want to spray them all from that side. The first thing you want to do. Back in for 3. Brown bag mold. And we'll get into your dash first, do half your dash, or whatever you can reach, then dust your dash down there. After you do your front windshield, you want to wipe your dash down. So last thing you should do with your windows out. Go ahead and hit your console, your steering column, run your speedometer.